And my beanie, you son of a bitch. And you have one of my shirts too. I don't know which one it is, but I remember you have it.
Why do I have all these articles of clothing
I don't know.
that are yours? Why? Only thing I don't have on me that are yours are a good pair of chon-chons. Best believe I probably would have tried to wear them by now too.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Let my junk breathe a little bit when I go to bed at night.
Yeah, I mean, accidentally wash. I don't double check. I might be like, these are a little tight, but
that's what the stretchy band is for. Yeah, stretchy waistband. It's all good. You can easily make a small into a large at least if you continue to wear them, if you're dedicated. The more you wear them, the more they'll wear out too. So it's okay. Did you bring anything to drink today?
I did.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes one of us.
Really? What do you have?
I don't have any. I told myself I was going to take it easy today. I'm pretty rocked, to be honest with you, from yesterday.
Did you keep partying? Okay, thank God. I didn't want it again. Oh, you had me like I was, because I got this bad boy, and I'm not touching it.
Oh, of course, as you shouldn't.
Like I
got. Do what you want. It's your bottle.
I got to almost half. Well, here's the thing. Yeah, as you know, Eagle Rare is blends, or not blends. It's Buffalo Trace.
Yes.
So I want to buy, and I don't know if you also know this. Buffalo Trace makes a lot of fucking whiskeys.
I only know of a small handful, like you said, Blanton's, Eagle Rare, Buffalo Trace itself, Pappy,
Taylor,
stuff like that. Oh, Taylor.
Yeah, something like that. Mm-hmm. When you go on their website, they have like 10 different types of whiskeys.
That's crazy.
So I want to buy the most affordable ones and try them all. So
that's amazing.
I told myself that I will not touch this for like a month.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
I wasn't going to do it. And then I found, I went into Tracy's stash. I didn't know she had a stash. And I was going to do this, but thank God, because I hate soju.
I've seen you pound some soju. I'm surprised you say you hate it.
Especially because of Tracy. I mean, I've probably pounded a good 15 bottles in this past year.
Oh, okay. I can see why maybe you're just kind of over it then at that point. I would feel the same.
I don't think I ever liked it, but she buys it and I drink it with her.
It's alcoholic, so I mean, why not?
Like me.
Yeah.
So,
you are what you drink.
100%. So you kept partying?
Not really. I mean, I got home. Sid and I got home, and we actually just kicked back in bed, did a little cuddling, fuddling, and then she went to sleep. And I was like, you know what? No, I guess I'll just go up and use the bathroom. So I went to go use the bathroom, and then my dad had just got home, and he was on a good one, and he's just like, hey, you want a beer? And he had like 2 or 3 delicious IPAs still in the fridge. So I was like, okay. So we split one, and then he gave me a pour of my own. So yeah, by the end of the night, I think I had about probably like, God, how many beers did I have then? Oh, not that many. Then 5.5, 6.
5.5, yeah.
Yeah, it's not that bad for, at least as far as AJ's gone in the past. But then
that's light.
Cumulatively, though, that's a pretty good amount of alcohol percentage in one's body.
I would say so. One time means in a span of like 8 hours, though.
Yeah. It was definitely stretched out for sure. I was good each time I drank. Well, I tried to be bad when I was with you.
Yeah, sure. You did, you son of a bitch. I hate going into work like that now. Oh, no, I'm so old.
I don't blame you. I do not blame you at all. That's why I try not to push it too much. I know I pushed a little bit, but this is like, come on. Bradley's is right. Fine Wine and Spirits is right there. Thank God Lost Vine was closed.
Yeah. I think we would have had no choice.
Yeah, the girls probably would have wanted some. At least Sin probably would have wanted one.
Oh, yeah, and then I would have got one.
Yeah. Next thing you know, yeah, you have a headache in the morning when you got to get ready for work.
It's so funny because you gave us all the pressure in the world. Then when we closed the doors, I told her, I'm fighting so hard to say no. You need to drive away.
I wish you would have told me that. Oh, man.
No, that would have encouraged you. I was not going to drink anymore.
Next time I see you, if the weather calls for it, I'm just going to have a long trench coat, making sure there's like pockets on the inside, and just pull out a bottle or a can.
If you would have like brought 2 beers from Windsor, I would have been obligated to say yes.
I never want to obligate you. Well, I shouldn't say never. Never mind. Take that back.
Yeah.
No, I definitely want to obligate you from time to time.
That would have been the perfect situation. Now, next time, if it's during the week, I will cut myself, especially if we're just at Tustin.
No, yeah.
If you're like, I brought these two. Well,
fuck.
What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? I'm not trying to be rude.
If you bring two and then I bring two, then we're double fucked. But I mean, again, what are we supposed to say? No.
We're not trying to be rude. We're not rude people.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it is. You can either be a responsible adult or a rude person. What you gonna be? What are you gonna be? I'm not gonna be the rude person.
Exactly.
So there you go.
I'm gonna be the drunk, but not the rude.
No, exactly. You'll be all right. Yeah. Luckily, your wife, was there to drive you, so that was good, and she was good at dinner too. All good.
Yeah, I didn't leave too. I had 3 beers, but I didn't leave too intoxicated.
Did you have 3? Oh,
yep.
Shit. Oh, that's right. You had one before I got there. Before Sin and I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had a good amount. I had enough to have some fun.
Oh, no, for sure. We definitely got a little silly last night. I was glad for that. It was been a long while since we had a Tustin night. So as soon as Sin didn't even ask me about it at all. I just saw the DM and I was like, let's fucking go.
And it just works out that you stayed in town.
Yeah, it really did. I mean, I would have driven back regardless because, oh, you know what? What am I talking about? Oh, no, yeah, that's right. She had sent the DM prior to me even getting to her work to drop her off.
Oh, so you already knew she at least wanted to go.
Yes. Yeah, I already knew at that point. I was, she had already sent it long before. And I had gotten down there. So I was like, at that point, I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. And then I considered driving back home and I was like, what's the point? I'm just going to burn gas at that point. Might as well.
You could just drive 10 minutes down the street, go to Windsor. Was it empty when you went? You went early, right?
You know what? Yeah, it was. I got there probably by about 3:30, something like that. Okay. 3:45. I hung out there for probably like a good 45-50 minutes. And then that's when I started to adventure through Orange County.
You're crazy. I cannot drink beer like you, especially if I'm drinking by myself.
What do you mean?
You had 2 beers in 45 minutes?
Yeah. I thought that was pacing myself, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I can't. If I'm there with Yvonne, which I usually am on Fridays, or at least every other Friday, it takes me like an hour and a half to finish 2 beers.
That's good. Well, I mean, you're also hanging out with someone, with like your freaking wife of all people, so you're gonna chat her up and have a nice time. And
so you were sad drinking because you were by yourself. Is what I'm hearing.
You know what? I not at all. No, I honestly like that sometimes because sometimes it leads to conversations with people I don't even know. That time though, I sat where you and I usually sit, like not at the bar, but down in that little spot just past it. I sat over there and I was just on my phone chilling and just figured, hey, I'm here. I might as well post some Beer Belly stuff on the socials and everything, blow that shit up. So that was a fun way to kind of kill time. And then I actually, what was it? I think on my way to Windsor Homebrew Supply Co. over in Anaheim in Costa Mesa, California, I saw an Advanced Auto Parts store, not a sponsor. And I was like, you know what? I've been looking for some floor cleaner for my truck, and so I figured I'd look there. So it's a good excuse. Like after I hung out there, that's when I just went walking around. I went there first, but then like on my way there, I kept seeing all these cool like shopping areas and stuff like that in cafes. So I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go walk around. After I stopped to take a pee at Green Cheek Beer Company, and then I kept walking. And then
how do you pee there and not drink?
Oh, I had to fight myself because I was like, I'm already feeling fantastic. I don't want to risk having a bumpy drive at any point. So I try to be a good boy about that. So before we had technical difficulties, just in case it didn't make the edit, you asked me, I went to Green Cheek to use the bathroom. Why didn't I get a beer? And I'm not sure if it cut off for you. Freaking internet. But
you said it was hard to, and then the internet got hard.
Well, you want to get erect right now? I can make things really tough for you. But no, it was really difficult for me not to, because I thought about it. I was like, I could, and obviously there's like 2 other breweries at least, actually like 3, because then there's Bootleggers right down the freaking street that I walked right by, and I was like, Oh my
I'm
God,
really
I could just go to
surprised you didn't go to
town.
Bootleggers.
I just wanted to drive safely to dinner because I knew that I was going to have at least one beer at dinner with you, with everyone. So I was like, no, I gotta be good. I can't let it be that bumpy of a ride. No Indiana Jones Disneyland ride here.
You have the car to make it bumpy. That's all I'm saying. Run over
Yeah,
a few old people. Just
that's true. As long as
keep
I run
going.
over the other cars, then no one can report the accident, right?
Oh yeah.
But no, I was just trying to be responsible because again, I was tossy. But you know what? Now that I think about it, I probably was at Windsor for about maybe an hour or so, maybe a little longer because I forgot. Right when I got there, I ordered my beer, took a sip, and then sat down to poo. Like immediately.
You pooed there?
Oh yeah, I took advantage of that bathroom, and I know that they don't intend on people. No shade on them, but I don't think they intend on people using the restroom for that purpose there because there were no seat covers. I had to get makeshift with it.
Oh, I've had to do that once. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, like you just lay down the toilet paper and everything. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's better
It
than
doesn't do
nothing.
anything. No, it's not.
I'd
All
rather.
the germs are touching your ass.
Oh God.
You tell yourself what you need to hear. Your ass has germs on it.
Nowadays, I've been actually more fond of using bar soap instead of like liquid, and so instead of like body wash. So I will
Yeah.
actually scrub my butt with the bar of soap, and then once it's nice and sudsy, get a loofah, and then I'll scrub more. I'm on
Mm.
exfoliate them cheeks for
And then
sure.
when you're done, that bar of soap that just touched your ass, rub it on your face. That's what you got to do. Trust me, it works.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I don't know why this Irish Spring doesn't taste quite as or smell quite as fresh as it did a moment ago.
No, yeah, it's Irish death.
Irish death.
That's the difference.
Irish Dingleberry. Irish Ding. But yeah, no, it was a fun little adventure through Orange County, through Costa Mesa for sure. I had a great time. I look forward to doing it again, to be honest with you. I might do it the next time I go down there to drop off Cynthia some tea or whatever, or just like a little snack or treat. I'll probably just do stop there. That's why I
Yeah,
text you just in case. I was like, in case he gets out earlier than expected, we can hang
no,
out for a minute. But you guys were
that
already at
that
Dustin for a
never
minute.
happens. If anything, I always leave later than I'd like to.
Same.
Always.
That's the salary life, baby.
Yeah. So when I saw your message, it was like already 5:30. I was like, oh no, we were just caught in the dead of traffic at that point.
Oh, okay.
But I messaged you. I didn't see your message until I got to Tustin. I was like, oh yeah, that wouldn't have happened.
Nah, you're good. You're
Sin would have
good.
been upset, so upset. She would have been
Hmm.
having Tustin by herself.
That's true. We would have had to ask her to pick us up to then take us back to Tustin.
Mm-hmm. To take us back to your truck.
Yeah, yeah. From dinner back to the truck again. I would love that. Oh my god.
She would be so
She
pissed.
would beat the crap out of me.
Oh my
And I
god.
couldn't blame her for that. But yeah, the temptation was real, but it was fun. Like, I mean, honestly, that whole day yesterday, and even today a little bit, it's rolled over. I was really groggy for like several hours. I didn't start perking up until I saw Sin earlier in the day for a moment, and then as soon as I was by myself again, I was really feeling like the grog. I don't know if I'm coming down with a cold or something. I don't know.
Oh no.
I hope not.
Don't
I know.
catch what Yvonne and I caught. That shit was awful.
Oh, I hope not. My head does feel a little foggy. So I don't know. That's just usually me on any given day anyway, but it was like extra fog.
It's
I was
gonna
like,
be
what the
terrible
fuck?
when you're sick and drunk on Saturday.
Singing my heart out to the fray.
A fray and a half, or half of a fray.
3/4 of a fray.
Yeah. So I didn't know this, but the lead singer left in 2018.
Oh, okay. I mean, I
Yeah.
realized they didn't. You know what? I don't remember what made me look into it. I guess it's I was curious. There was one album at least that I just never listened to. I forget what it's called. Like, oh, not Oasis, but I don't know. But I never listened to it, and I thought that was strange of me because I was pretty deep into them for a little while. But yeah, but so he actually left then.
Yeah, so apparently they had like a 5 or 6 record deal with whatever record label they had. When
Okay.
they finished that deal, they took a hiatus and then he quit like a little after that.
Wow, I'm surprised. I'm
Hmm.
really surprised. I mean, like, why? I mean, just
I
like
mean,
everyone loves those songs.
But can you imagine being forced to write those songs for 6 albums?
That's true, but that's a lot of money he's given up. God damn. I mean, then
Well, no,
again,
he got the money. He got the money.
oh, okay, okay,
They did 6 albums apparently,
okay.
and then he left. So, and I don't think they were ever as big as that first album. I get it, you were deep into them, but
No, no, yeah,
they
I
were
feel you.
like that first album blew up.
Of course. You still hear like Cable Car and stuff like that all the time. But I mean, even the second album had its big hits, you know, it had like what Don't Let Me Go, You Found Me, stuff like that. So I mean, they
You
still
see,
had
when
some
you end with
bangers.
stuff like that, tells
Mhm.
me it was not a great album.
No, I like that album a lot. And I get it. Like even the third album, I actually really liked the third album. But it only had like a hit or two and they obviously were not anywhere near as big as the first two album hits. Um, so I
Yeah.
mean that
So can
that'll
you imagine doing that, knowing you're not doing what you used to do, and then you're still forced to make 3 more albums after that, which probably all went downhill.
right,
So I'm sure
right.
he was just over it. Like I think I would be. It's like quitting a job that you've just been doing for 15 years.
That's true, and I'm sure they'd been doing it for probably longer than that, for that matter, too. And I guess I mean, for me, just like outside perspective, it seems like a pretty chill gig. You're getting paid like guaranteed money just to make a freaking album. But then again, I don't know
All
if
the travel.
I think personally, if you realize that the quality of what you're releasing isn't what it used to be, then yeah, I would probably take that personally too. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like why be forced into it at that point? I feel you. I feel you. It's kind of crazy. That's great.
Yeah. So now
So
now we're seeing a phony band.
that's true. I wonder who then will be singing, like we talked about it last night. Like, if not him, and he's got that like pretty iconic voice. So I just don't know. I mean, clearly they could find anyone to sing the
They did it
songs.
with Blink.
Yeah, for a long time, and they were still pretty successful too.
So did they kick out the guy?
Matt Skiba.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know what the story is with that. I wonder. I really do wonder. Like, I don't know. I remember reading an article like about a year ago where Tom DeLonge said like he has nothing but like appreciation and thankfulness
Yeah.
for Matt Skiba stepping in and like helping to continue the band and all that. Nothing but respect. But at the same time, like, how does he feel knowing that he's now ousted because
Well,
OG's back?
ousted. OG left. I'm assuming he came back, right? And then it happened again because Tom DeLonge was in them. They did one album together, and then he left,
No,
or
so
they did a tour.
they did the self-titled album back in 2003, and then they broke up like after a year or two of touring from that album, and
Yeah.
then they didn't get back, and then like years later, then that's when Matt Skiba came in, and then just continued the band. So he wasn't like in, out, and in or anything like that. It's he
No,
was
Tom
in.
was. No,
Oh,
I'm
Tom.
saying. I'm saying in the last 6 years, let's say Tom joined the band,
Uh
he
huh.
left the band, and then he's
Oh,
back again.
yes,
Didn't that
correct.
happen?
Because then because they had the Neighborhoods album. You're right. Yeah, yeah.
So like once he left the band with Neighborhoods, that guy never came back, Matt or whatever he said his name was.
So they did self-titled album,
Right.
went
I'm
on the
talking about that.
indefinite hiatus, and then
Right.
they made Neighborhoods also with Tom DeLonge, and then
Right.
they did another hiatus with and then after that, like I don't know, a couple years later, then Matt Skiba came into the fray, if you will.
Really? I
Mm-hmm.
thought Blink 182 got. When did Neighborhood come out or Neighbors or whatever that
Neighborhoods,
shitty album's called?
neighbor, I like that album a lot. Um, Neighborhoods probably came out, if I had to guess, in like 2010. I'm gonna look that up now that you mention it.
I think you're missing something.
Blink Neighborhoods. That's the timeline, baby. 2011, my bad. So let's go over their discography. So yeah, they have oh, this is not in order. So in 2011 is when they made Neighborhoods, and then 5 years later they did their first album as a band again, but that was with Matt Skiba.
Okay, so I googled something different.
Oh, okay.
So Tom DeLonge left the band twice. So yeah, he
Yes.
left twice. So
Yes.
he left it in 2005, and then
Mm-hmm.
again in 2015.
Yes. And then a year later, they brought Matt Skiba and made the album California, apparently.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yes.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
3 years later, they released Nine, which I guess is their ninth studio album, I suppose.
Okay. Okay.
The not as
Th-
successful album.
they just keep taking back Tom. At some
Yeah,
point, you
yeah.
gotta be like, nah, I'm sorry, bro.
That's their meal ticket. But at least they all seem happy together now. Like genuinely happy. I'll give them that.
I think Tom Long ran out of money.
That's just, Angels and Airwaves ain't paying the bills anymore.
Yeah. Oh, and his shoe company, whatever it was called,
Oh, sure.
McAllen or
Macbeth.
Macbeth. I had a pair of Macbeths.
I
I think I had
remember.
two pairs.
I
Yeah.
remember. Hell yeah. Oh God, that's like 2010 John, 2009 John.
Yeah, that's
No,
a
maybe like
long time
2008
ago.
John, actually. Something like that.
I would say more like 10.
Okay. Crazy. I wonder if you actually wore them to the show we went to. Now I'm curious if you would have. Maybe.
I don't think I had them then.
Oh,
I
okay,
that
okay,
was
okay.
like that was pre-single John.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, I got those shoes when I was single.
Oh, okay. Had a little more fuck you money.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you, I'm gonna buy whatever shoes I want now money. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
On that
That's
note, let me
exactly
call
what
you right
happened.
back if you don't mind.
Okay.
All right. Speaking of fuck you money, I guess. Let me see here. Oh man, I'm actually kind of legit scared right now. Uh-oh.
What happened?
Uh
Bankrupt? It
no, I
happens.
God, I hope not. I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Um, so you and I have actually been talking about like trading card games a little bit here and there lately, especially
Oh
within our
yeah.
friend group and stuff. So, um, I've been steadily getting back into like the Pokemon trading card game, but playing the online version of it, which is technically a lot cheaper because they don't let you pay for anything. The only way you can pay for stuff is if you buy booster packs, which comes with a code card that you can then redeem for actual booster packs in the game online
Okay.
and everything. But then I found a website earlier today before recording where they actually will sell you the codes for like 30-40 cents a code, and it gives you a booster pack every time you buy one. And so I bought like 50 of them for like $20 or something like that. So it's pretty affordable. Um, but and so I've just been redeeming them, and I was redeeming them right up until starting this with you today. Um, but then the connection dropped on the game,
Hmm.
and then now I'm going back to it, and I'm really hoping that like all those packs that I redeemed didn't just like go kaput and like disappear. I'm kind of worried
Do you
about
think
that,
they
to be
would?
honest. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm not going to worry about it too badly right now. I'll cross that bridge in a little while after you and I are done, and I'll cry if that's the case. But I mean, it's not all of them. It's like it lets you redeem 10 codes at a time, so you get 10 booster packs. And so I'm just praying that I didn't just burn however many that I had that left unopened. I'm really hoping. But
I'm sure you're fine.
I could always try re-redeeming the codes, and if it doesn't go through, then it will probably mean that they're part of my collection. I just didn't get to have the thrill of opening them. That's all.
Oh, okay.
I'm hoping that's all it is. Otherwise, your boy's gonna take a hot dump.
It's crazy that like Nintendo allows that to happen. They're so good at suing everybody.
I know. Well, I mean, I guess the thing is, since people are technically buying the booster packs, then they're opening them and then copying the codes and then emailing them out. So I guess the purchase is still happening, just not the way that they intend. But like you said, that sounds like it could be a lawsuit.
It sounds like it's still like unauthorized third party selling
Right.
codes that weren't meant to be sold.
Yeah, no, that's. I mean, and technically they were because people bought the booster packs and then post them online. But then, yeah, but it's also, yeah, I agree though.
Okay, no,
It's
that
not the
makes
way that they
sense.
want. Like, there's still a purchase happening, just
It's
not
like
the way.
buying trading cards at Frankenstein's kind of thing. It makes sense.
And speaking of which, that's something that I didn't really take advantage of back in the day when I would shop there like on a basically like weekly basis when I was doing Pokemon Pack Wednesdays. But
Hmm.
they would like, I mean, it's actually a pretty smart move for card shops to do. Like obviously there's some card shops they'll sell single cards to where that way you can just buy specifically what you want. Obviously you can buy booster packs, booster boxes, but then other vendors would do all that, and you could also buy the code cards. So that way you
Oh,
can
okay.
still like play the game online too. Because that's how I mean, don't get me wrong, it's fun, and I want to maybe consider buying physical cards also. That way I can also play it on the game. But at least it's a lot less storage space, quite literally, physically. If I just play the
Yeah.
game online and then I just play it that way. I mean, it's fun that way. It's fun that way, and I don't have to worry about like getting binders and binders and binders of stuff as much anymore.
It's just
So
all
yeah,
saved on your phone until
ex-
Nintendo decides to shut down the servers.
I know, right? That'll freaking break my heart.
And that's what sucks about digital. I know that's why a lot of people still try to buy physical copies of games. Because if
Mhm.
you buy them online, at some point you could potentially lose them.
Right. Which is why it's smart. Like you got to get your external like hard drives, your SD cards, anything you can do to make sure you don't worry about that shit. I know Sin and I have been talking about getting like some external hard disks for our PS5 and the Xbox Series X, just because even with a terabyte of memory, that shit gets eaten up quick nowadays.
I would imagine.
With fucking video games with like over 100 gigs of required space, it's crazy. Shit
Then you
adds
don't
up.
buy physical copies?
I do have some things. I mean, it still takes up a lot of space regardless.
Oh, because you still have to download it.
Mm-hmm.
That's some bullshit. Like
I
that's some
know.
bullshit.
I know. It's so
What
dumb.
about if you're like when you download it's downloading from the disc or it downloads from online?
That's a good question. I honestly don't know for sure because there are some games that are just basically they need an internet connection to be able to be ran properly. Um, but honestly, I don't know.
Crazy.
I would imagine to a degree it should just be able to install internet connection or not. It should, because all the data should be on the damn disk. But I guess if you want like the extra features and obviously DLC down the road, then quite literally you need an internet connection to be able to download shit.
That's still some bullshit. If I
And
buy the game, why do I need to have internet to download it?
I know. And then there's also like day one patches that you got to consider as well. Like that bullshit where it's like they release the game, but then there's something wrong with it immediately. And so then you have to download the patch. It's like, what the fuck? I don't know.
The time we live in.
I know. I know. I mean, because again, that's true. What if, let's just say any random video game provider, whether it's Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo, and their servers just utterly take a shit, and then there's no way to trace who downloaded and installed what from the cloud or from their eShop, let's say.
Yep.
Then you're just basically SOL all that. Like that's
All over the
crazy.
place. Shit all over the place. That's what SOL stands for.
Shit all over the place.
Yeah.
I like that. Sowl, if you will. Yeah. I like that. Shit all over the place. Yeah, that's freaking. It's lame. It's lame. Now, God,
Yeah.
every once in a while I think about stuff like that because I've spent a little bit of money on like Marvel Snap also over the past year or so, and every
Yeah, I
once in a
knew
while I
you were gonna
do.
do it.
Yeah, well, you know what?
I'm
I've
glad I don't
I've
play that game.
I've consecutively bought the season passes, which just gets you the
Okay.
brand new card. It gets you the brand new feature card. And then now they do release like 2 or 3 other featured cards for that new set, if you will.
Mhm.
The sets aren't big. It's like again, like 2 to 4 cards or something like that. And so the game has a way for you to earn in-game currency to where then you can unlock those other new cards that come out later in the month, or you could spend money to expedite that process. But I don't typically spend the extra money to expedite the process. It's just like when I save up the currency to get them, then I'll get them. But I will drop the $10, or for me it's eight. So on Google Play you can earn points, and then with the points
Yes.
you can. I've been doing that, so it takes $2 off every time I do a purchase on that game in particular. So it's $8 a month. So what's 8 times 12? I guess I don't know, $96 a year. It's not that bad. I guess it's not that
Okay.
bad.
Okay. You can use that for weed though. If you didn't know this. Good old California weed.
Have I introduced you to weed? Weed, AJ, weed. Enjoy yourself. In fact, here's $96 if you met here. Have you met weed? That'd be awesome.
Yep.
I would
Priorities.
so I'm not that privy to it. I've gone into a few shops here and there in my day, as I imagine you're pretty familiar. Are there ways of like spending $96 on like high shelf flour or something like that? Are you comfortable
Yeah.
talking about that?
Well, yeah. I mean, are you saying like uh, you can buy a bunch that'll equal out to $96?
Okay,
But I
clearly, yeah,
mean the
quantity wise, but how about
yeah.
quality? Like if I like clearly, if we wanted, we could buy a 24 pack of like Russian River I of some Russian River IPA and spend maybe $50 on that. Just random number. Maybe it's Happy Hop, so it's $50 or $60. But then I can also buy a 24 pack of PBR, and that's going to be $18.
You know, the problem with me is the last few years of me doing pot, I was just doing the vape pens. So I actually stopped looking at the prices.
Oh wow! Okay.
But I mean, back then when I was buying it, I was paying like $15 a gram.
That actually sounds relatively cheap.
I'm sure nowadays it is. Yeah.
I remember being definitely over the age of 21, of course. And like back before it was legal, not that I would buy it, of course, but if I knew people that would buy it, and it'd be like at least $20. Oh no. I'm not talking about you. You're good.
I'm
It'd
not
be
good
like at
about
least
me.
$20 for a gram of weed.
I had my rec. I'm one of those old school people.
Oh no, of course.
But you're talking about like from the streets, which
From the
I've done that too.
streets.
When you pay a dime.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I used to do that too with an old friend of mine
Sure.
before you and I were like friends.
Now, I also though remember like friends, not me, of course, spending
No,
literally like $10 for a little
he's talking
dime
about
bag
him.
of it.
He's talking about AJ. AJ smoked the weed, all of the weed.
All of the weed. When you're short on money and you're like have a part time job, if that, and fresh out of high school or so, and then, and then you're trying to get a little something, so you got $10 three ways going toward a dime bag.
You call your local connect, and they hook that shit up, and boy, is
Oh
that a
my
good night.
god. Oh my god, that's so funny. I
Yep,
forgot about stuff like that. I
those
legit
days.
forgot about that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy to think. That's blowing my mind right now. I
Oh
never
yeah,
wow.
I was all about that from like 17 to 2019,
Nice.
something along those that age range.
No,
And
for
then
sure.
and then I was shown the light. Just get a doctor's recommendation.
hmm
Then you no longer have to chit chat with strange people.
You occasionally get headaches. Your knee makes a clicky sound every once in a while.
You pay an extra $5 and you get like a lot more, but it's all stress. I don't know if you remember that term.
I remember that.
Like the
That's like the low
shittiest weed you
grade
can
stuff.
possibly get.
Yeah, stress
Oh,
or shake.
that'll give you a headache.
All right.
Shake, yeah.
Shake was what? Just like loose
Oh,
weed? Like
what was
it's
it?
not like butt. Shake is like when it's not bud,
Yeah.
right? It's like just broken up shit. Like the
Mm-hmm.
bottom of the bag
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. But
Yeah.
it wasn't as sticky and nice and thick, but I mean it did the trick. I did not mean for that to rhyme.
I did not do that very often, thank God.
Okay, gotcha. I remember a couple times trying homegrown stuff. And nowadays, I think that's gotten a lot better. But I remember distinctly one time there was a buddy of mine in high school that I had graduated with, and a couple years later, he sold me some stuff. Not me, I should say. My bad. And it distinctly tasted like dirt. It certainly tasted like the earth.
Non AJ must have hated
Oh yeah,
it.
most definitely. Non AJ did hate it. I'm sure. It from what I heard from Non AJ, it tasted like dirt and grass, but like
Mm,
not weed grass, like your front
dark.
lawn grass. Yeah,
You were given not you, I'm sorry. Non AJ
Non
was
AJ.
given actual grass. But he was so desperate for a kick, he thought he was high.
Right? Like, wow, this is homegrown. The soil's still on it. No, that's not soil. That's too fancy. That's just dirt. Oh, sounds good. No, I remember our friends laughing. It tasted like dirt. It was crazy. I'm not exaggerating. Like, imagine getting like a little scoop of dirt from the ground, sprinkle a little dry grass on it, and lick it off your palm like it's Mexican Lucas
Ugh,
powder. That's what
nothing
it was
Mexican
like.
about that. That's just dirt.
Yeah, it was so crazy. I remember just like, and then non AJ took a hit one time, and from that, and yeah, you just taste like a waft, like a little like light cloud waft of dirt
Mm,
floating in your mouth as you hit it. It's like, what the fuck is
mm-mm.
this? So weird, so weird. I couldn't relate, but non AJ apparently could. So there's
Thank
that.
God we are not in those times anymore.
I know we now live a very privileged lifestyle in California, Southern California of all places too.
Oh yeah, I used to tell Tracy all the time, not Tracy. Um
Nega Tracy.
that stuff that I never thought non-John would be doing at that age.
Non John.
Non-John. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I mean John.
Oh,
That
okay,
stuff I
okay.
never thought John would be doing at that age.
Bless you.
The potency of it, like I would have probably lost my mind at 21, 22 smoking that stuff.
Smoking what's around nowadays, you mean? Or
Yeah, yeah. Like the vape pens are all like 89% THC.
oh my god. Is that harder to find when it's like actual flower plant?
I don't know now,
Okay.
but in the days where I had like my rec, I the most I would see was 30%. And that was rare.
Whoa,
So from going to
really?
30% to 89%,
That's insane.
yeah.
It's basically triple.
Yeah.
And 30 was rare.
30 was very rare. I used to get so
Oh
excited when I would see
fuck.
30s.
Now it's triple the strength at least.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, that's crazy. I kind of want to try that now. Now that I know that's the case, I don't want to, but I kind of want to.
You have the stizzies.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But as you know, I typically will hit them pretty
Your
lightly.
bitch.
I
Not you.
don't
Not
need triple
you.
the strength. Non AJ does not.
Non-AJ doesn't need the triple.
No, he don't. I know him pretty well. He and I are pretty close. We're like this, and some might say we're of one mind every now and then. We're that close, but yeah, non AJ don't need that kind of shit. Not that strong of
Oh my god.
that. Hit it till it blinks lifestyle.
That's
Homie
what you
can't
gotta
hang.
do.
Homie can't hang
Mm.
with that.
He can. He can. It's just a bitch.
Yeah, he can for about 5 minutes until he starts coughing his lungs out
That's
and then
that.
falls asleep somewhere or lays down on the ground thinking he's asleep, but he's just paranoid out of his mind.
All I'm saying is let's invite non-AJ to Saturday and just give him a big rip. Let
And
him roll around in the grass.
non AJ better not drive then if that's the case.
Oh man. Oh, he
That boy.
gonna drive. Correction. He's going to float.
That sounds fun. We'll see what non AJ says when the time comes. We'll see. We'll see. I'm telling myself I'm going to be good that night too because
You
Father's
work.
Day is the next day and I have work and I'm trying to be able to hang out with my father for a little while before having to go to work. He's like really expecting me to. He's excited to hang out. So I'm like, all right, we'll hang out. But so I'm trying not to be too fried for that. But at least the night of, have a little fun, get a little loosey goosey, take my pants off.
Mm, yeah, I remember saying that the day of Sin's birthday
Since birth. Oh,
that I
oh
wasn't
yeah.
gonna get crazy
And you
because I
didn't
had
for
to
the
work.
longest
No,
time.
no, I did.
For the
No, I
longest time,
did.
you didn't.
Right, but once I did, I did.
Oh no, yeah,
That's the thing.
same. We were very. I mean, I think part of it was that we weren't sitting near each other during dinner, so that helped a lot in us pacing ourselves. I think, because then next thing you know, we make eye contact. Want to get beer? Yeah, I'm down to get a beer. Let's go
And
get a
it's
beer.
all it takes. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's what's
Want to
gonna
get whiskey?
happen. I hope
Let's get whiskey.
Papa Burgundy, he's gonna be hungover. Extremely. Not you, not non AJ.
Non
Non
AJ,
AJ.
of course. God damn it. We're doing a bad thing of talking about upcoming concerts. We're leaving receipts People can look back at this and be like, wait, when did the Fray perform in 2023? When did Non AJ go? Oh shit. That's why he showed up
Oh yeah,
acting like shit.
that's exactly why. But it wasn't AJ. It was non AJ. So
That's
there's no
true.
problem.
That's a good point. That's a good point. He means well, but the cat might get a little messed up. He might get a little furry. We'll see how it goes. Let's see here. You know what? Real quick before we go, I wanted to bring up when I went to Windsor the other day, yesterday, I actually saw that they still had Schramm's raspberry mead.
I'm surprised you didn't get it.
I wanted to, but isn't it pretty strong?
15%, I think.
Yeah, nah. The beers I had yesterday were like 6.8 and 6.7 or something like that, or 7.2 and 6.8, something like that. So I was like, I'm gonna take this easy. Oh no, did I get? Oh no, I did. How many beers did I have there yesterday? Now I'm wondering. No, I did only have two
It
there.
was 2.
Yeah, I had one regular IPA, one West Coast, and then one hazy West Coast. So yeah, from Radiant Beer Company, shout out. That was really good. Wonder in the World was the West Coast one. I would recommend it.
Oh, I like that name.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It kind of reminded me of like Pogo, like listening to Pogo a little bit. I don't know, just the
We
name
don't talk
alone.
about him.
No?
No, he's a piece of shit.
Oh, I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
He got super canceled.
Do you want to say it on the show right now?
Yeah, I don't know if you remember a few years ago, there was a shooting at a gay club, like it was a targeted attack. And
Oh,
Pogo
yeah.
basically said that he hates gay people and they deserved it.
He said that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. What the hell?
Yeah. That's why he stopped making music. He released one song like 2 years ago and then that's it.
Pogo?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Now I
That's
should let you know that
crazy.
non-John still listens to his music, but
Non AJ might still as well. We don't support what Pogo said, or at least non AJ and non John definitely won't.
yeah,
For sure.
exactly.
But oh my God, that's no way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up. Pogo Bigot.
You could do that. I found it on Reddit, but sure.
It was the first thing that comes up. Disney remixer Pogo can't walk back his homophobic comments on YouTube. Dang.
Yeah, he released a video. Yeah, he's an idiot.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Really?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, where 49 patrons of a gay nightclub were killed by a man who claimed allegiance to ISIS. 49 were killed.
Yep.
I didn't
I
realize it
remember
was that many.
Yeah,
I
I
really didn't
remember
realize
that.
it was that many. Oh my God, that's
Mm-hmm.
terrible. Gee, what a fucking idiot. Jesus Christ. Guy can write a catchy tune, but what a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he's an
Wow.
idiot. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. I did not mean for this episode to end on a dark note.
Well, we did.
I had to go and compare the name of the beer to the name of the artist. I'm sorry, Radiant Beer Company. I didn't realize that situation. I take it back. It's just a very catchy, original, wholesome, wondrous type of name. That's all there is to it. Of no relation to musical artists that would promote bigotry, of course. Of course.
Yeah.
You know, even when we try to talk good about beer companies, we find a way to mark another one off the
fuck it up right off.
We can insult the taste of their beers, or we can compliment them, but still find a way to fuck it up. God
fuck
damn
it
it.
up, yeah. What
This
a way
show
to
will
end the
never get a
episode.
sponsor. This show will never get a sponsor. Well, if you want to take a chance, you who's watching or listening want to take a chance on us to not tarnish your brand, feel free to reach out, beerbellypod@gmail.com, at beerbellypod on all your favorite socials. You can hit us up. You can even send voice messages if you want. Those are linked specifically on Spotify, if you will. So feel free, reach out, talk to us. Let us know what we should drink next episode, because I know that we are sober boys on this one, but we still found
I'll be
a way
bad
to
on the
fuck
next
each other
one.
up anyway.
I'll be bad
plan
on the
to
next
as
one.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think foggy head or not, I want to get a little silly. In fact, I might have a beer tonight now that I think about it.
You should.
I think I will, for sure. All right. Well, then, that being said, though, before we go, An episode of Beer Belly would not be complete without John's lovely words of wisdom for the week.
Of course. Always have an alias name so they can never trace back to you and your stories.
You could be born with the name Shong, but then go with the name Sean. You can make sure it's something where they can't trace you.
Never.
AJ, non-AJ, totally different people. John, non-John.
Who?
Who's
non-AJ?
I never met the guy, but I heard we're cool. I heard we would get along pretty well, to a degree. But sure. And non-John, not only is he a cool guy, but it's actually a catchy name too. I don't.
Oh no, yeah, 100%. Trendsetter, I would say.
Yeah. Of no relation to Papa John, though.
No,
the other bigot, apparently. That's the name of the episode. The other bigot. I like it. Oh God. This episode is going to be removed from all RSS feeds. Any podcasting app.
Somebody will save it.
On. What's that?
Somebody will save it. They'll post it.
I appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time, everyone, to rate the episodes or rate the show as well on your favorite podcasting app. It helps us a lot, even when you share us word of mouth with your friends and stuff. Dude, thank you so much. If you want to order some stickers from us, so that way you can slap them around, put them on your cat, put them on your grandma's forehead, let us know. We'd be happy to oblige. Again, comment on any of our social posts at BeerBellyPod. Links to everywhere you can find us in every episode description. But this has been an episode of Beer Belly. We'll see you next time. What are your parting words, sir?
Non-John has no words.
Good. Very good. Shout out to him. Have a good one. See you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh,